You're making the move to Olympia, Washington. Well, here are 11 things that everyone should know before they move here. Hi, today we're talking about all the things you need to know before you move. The number one thing that you need to know about Olympia is that it's the capital of Washington State. As far as capitals go, it's pretty small. It's just 56,000 people, but because it's the capital, it's often full of energy and activism. It's common to see protests, rallies, etc. in the area, especially downtown and on the grounds of the Capitol. Over half of Olympians are employed by the state in some way, and that makes for a stable, if not somewhat limited, incomed economy. Another thing to know about Olympia is that it's separated into roughly 4 geographical areas. First, we have the west side that bumps up against Evergreen State College. It's the gateway to the coast, the Olympic Peninsula, rainforest, as well as our malls and other major shopping in Olympia. The second area is downtown, which includes East and West Bays, the Capitol campus, of course, and the historic area of the city, plus the famous farmers market and the waterfront. Third, we have the northeast neighborhoods of South Bay, Boston Harbor, and other more woodsy areas that have a feel of being out in the country while just a few minutes from the city. And then fourth, there's the east side, located mostly on the south side of I-5. That's where the very popular Olympia High School is located, and the surrounding neighborhoods of Newcastle, Carline, Wilderness, Kane Road. They're very sought after. This part of town also enjoys trails with the LBA Park and watershed. The number 3 reason, if you live anywhere along the I-5 corridor, you may have just noticed that I mentioned the south of I-5. You need to know about Olympia if you're from Seattle or Portland, for example. When I-5 reaches Highway 101, it runs east to west through our city. That really messed with my sense of direction when I first moved here. Does anyone else ever have that problem, or is that just me? Fourth, you need to know that we have a lot of peninsulas in Olympia. The plus to that is we have a lot of waterfront and water properties. All of the peninsulas means more waterfront homes, yes, but the negative is it takes a long time to get from one place to the other. I live in Boston Harbor at the top of Budd Inlet near Dover Point, and I can see Cooper Point right there across the water. But to drive there, I have to drive all the way to the bottom of my peninsula, into town, through town, and then back up the other peninsula. Pro, lots of water views. Con, this adds up to really a lot of travel time. And thank goodness we don't have much traffic to speak of. And that's number 5. Even though we're growing and it's gotten worse, some say, someone from Seattle would absolutely agree that we have minor traffic here. It does get busier when lawmakers are in session, and definitely on weekends when Portland and Seattle are driving through our town. But mostly it's a pretty fantastic traffic situation. And number 6 is the water. It's the water. That Olympia Brewing slogan is true. Olympia has over 100 artesian wells, 20 or so that were dedicated to the brewery at one point. A popular pub in town is named after the 80th well. Yes, well 80. There's also a few around town that are open to the public. You can bring your empty water bottle or jugs and fill her up. Number 7 thing to know about Olympia is, well, we're in the rainforest. That means a lot of rain here. Even more than our neighbor to the north, Seattle, if you can believe that. That gives us lush green trees and plants with the clouds clearing up in the summer. It's just gorgeous here. And the rest of the year, it's pretty mild temperatures. But you have to keep your rain jacket and boots on for 7 months or so. Not umbrellas. We don't use those. Rainproof jackets with hoods. Number 8 is our plant-based culture in Olympia. We have some decent plant-based restaurants in town. While most city folk will find our restaurant scene, well, lacking, we have some great alternative options in town and a growing plant-based culture. The lovely Parkside Cafe on the west side, for example, has a delicious deli with great options, and their multi-course seasonal dinner menu, frankly, is one of the finest dinners in town, vegan or not. Side note, they have a wonderful rooftop bar and the most darling kitchen shop on the second floor, the Rolling Pin. I don't think most Olympians even know it's there, and it's amazing. Another vegan favorite is at the Owl's Nest downtown, across the street from my family's favorite bookstore, Browsers. The Owl's Nest is all plant-based, and I adore a good salad, and I can't think of a better salad in town than one of theirs at the Owl's Nest. Plus, there's scones and treats and coffees, yum, guilt-free, well, ish. actually have an impressive culture of coffee in Olympia. Most are familiar with Batdorf and Bronson's. There's Ember Goods and Olympia Coffee Roasters, which has expanded to Seattle locations. Olympia Coffee Roasters is such a great vibe. It's hip. You forget you're in a small city when you're there. It's such a great place to meet friends or clients, or just park for a bit with your computer or phone and get caught up in work or social media. Number 10 is our housing costs. Although they are way below Seattle and Portland's, we're higher than the national average. It's going to depend on where you live, and if you choose a neighboring city like Lacey or Tumwater, prices are going to be a little bit lower there on average. But if you're moving from somewhere like Texas, prepare for the sticker shock. We do pay for our quality of life here. Like I said before, you cannot beat the weather and the beauty of the Pacific Northwest in the summer. And last but not least, number 11, Olympia has had and still has a vibrant art and music scene. We are best known for being the birthplace of girl bands such as Sleater-Kinney and Bikini Kill. Nirvana got its start here. Olympia ruled in the 90s. And we're known for our art galleries and theaters. Twice a year we have our Arts Walk. The one in the spring celebrates the procession of the species. It's a uniquely Olympian event. Well, that's the top 11 things that you must know before moving here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos about the South Puget Sound area. And if there's anything you think I forgot or that people must know before they go, please drop it in the comments below. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.